There's a lot to discuss in this video that I end up talking about, so before I get into that, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of the channel, Lolga.com. They are sponsoring a lot of the new update content on the channel, so I'm going to play the sponsored intro. Be sure to head over there, use discount code Pixel to save yourself some money, and then we're going to get your keyboards, your phone ready to discuss in the comments for this video, because there's so much that I want to talk about. I'll be in the comments talking with you guys. Please disagree with me. Please offer counter arguments. That is what this video is about. So I'm going to play the sponsored intro, then we're going to get in and have a good time discussing some Rocket League. All of the new Rocket League update content has been brought to you by Lolga.com. If you don't know who they are, you can basically buy gift cards from their shop for cheaper than they're actually worth if you use the discount code Pixel for 6% off your purchase. If you want to buy V-Bucks in Fortnite or credits in Rocket League, all of that stuff, you can head over there to Lolga and be sure to use the discount code to save yourself some money. You guys have been supporting them a ton lately, and it really does mean a lot to me and makes videos like this possible. So now, let's get into the video. Hello there, guys and girls, this is Pixel. Today in this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new update now that it's had a day or two to fester in the Rocket League community, and as there is with pretty much every big update in every game, there's controversial opinions out there and there's a lot to talk about, and I'm interested to see what you guys think, so please do keep the discussion going in the comments below on this video and drop me one of these before we get started. I suppose we can start out with my Twitter. If you want to go and follow me, the link is always in the description. Same as my Instagram, it's pickapixel. I said, what are your opinions on the new Rocket League update? I'd love to see what you have to say, and we can discuss this in a video. So let's have a little look at what you guys had to say. We're going to see what the rest of the community is saying and go from there and see what we think about it going forward, basically. I'm so on the fence. It's still so fresh. It's so new. It's exciting in that regard. Okay, so if we have a look here, my guy tweets me. Look at that. What? He got the white Zomba blueprint from the Revival series, which is the series of items that they've basically collated into almost like a new series of crate, but for blueprints. It's on my phone. Someone did send me a picture of them getting white Zombas from the Revival series, and in the picture it said what was in the rest of the Revival series. So the black markets that you could get dropped from a blueprint after a game at the moment in the Revival series is the 20XX, the Toon, the Trigon, and the Atomizer. And they do have new items as well. FSL B wheels, so like the C4 FSL wheels, but slightly different, I guess. Spiralis R2, now an import. The exotics are Voltaics, K2s, and as you can see here, Zombas. And I don't know if there's a list online as to what you can now get painted that you couldn't before, but there are black markets that you can now get painted. 20XX, I believe. Toon, I know you can, because someone sent me a titanium white Toon that they got. I still have thousands of blueprints to open, so I'm hoping for some good luck as far as that's concerned. But the main criticism of this update from a lot of people is that it is massively overpriced. As shown on Reddit by this meme, I thought it was pretty funny. It's the Drake meme. Paying $20 for a black market, spending $100 on crates to get one black market. Now, obviously, yes, if you say it's $100 to open 100 crates, that is how many, on average, it would take to bring a black market into Rocket League. But at the same time, you do also get 99 other items that could be black markets, but we'll go with averages. 1% chance of getting a painted exotic, so in theory, you're also getting a painted exotic in that $100. You're also getting 12 imports, 28 very rares, 55 rares, and 3 other exotics as a part of that $100 for the chance to get something way more. I know the whole idea of this update is to kind of take away the pseudo gambling aspect of crate opening, but that was a lot of the fun for a lot of people. But at the same time, yes, white Zombas cost you 2,000 credits to build. So do burnt sienna Zombas, so does a labyrinth black market decal, okay? Rocket League were never gonna individually price items like the community just did with the marketplace and with keys. I mean, that was the best way for the market, and hence why the market flourished so much. But Rocket League were never gonna do that. There's too many items, I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe if they wanted to, they could have done that. But as far as an item shop goes, that is way too confusing. Items prices used to fluctuate in the market, whereas they couldn't really do that. I don't think they'd want to employ staff to literally manage a marketplace like the community's been doing for the last few years. But at the same time, over the next few weeks, I think it will stabilize. Now, hear me out, okay? Yes, it costs you 2,000 credits or 20 keys or $20 to make titanium white Zombas, but it only costs that much to make for the people that are lucky enough to get them. At some point in the next month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months, there are going to be no more unrevealed blueprints in the game. Everyone that had crates before is going to have revealed them in blueprints. So then the only way for a titanium white Zomba blueprint to come into the game is from an after game drop, which I'm assuming is very, very unlikely. If a drop after a game is an exotic wheel, that is a 4% chance, right? And let's say you get a blueprint every 4 games. That means you have a 1% chance of getting an exotic blueprint after one of your matches in Rocket League, right? It then has to be, in the Zomba's case, specifically a Zomba blueprint. So that is a 1 in 3 chance, which is already 0.33% chance of getting a Zomba blueprint after any game in Rocket League, assuming you get one every 4 games. That then has to be painted, so it's 4 times less likely again, which makes it a 0.0825% chance. And then it has to be a white one, which I believe if there are 13 colors of Zombas, it's 13 times less likely again. So it's 0.33%, we'll say, for a Zomba, right? Divide by 4. Yeah, it is 0.0825%, the old maths. Then we divide by 13. I'm hoping there are 13 colors. White Zomba, there. That is your percentage chance of getting a white Zomba blueprint after any game. So yes, it costs 2,000 credits to build, but you have to be this lucky first. So unless you get really, really lucky, on average, you'd have to play tens of thousands of matches to guarantee, essentially, a white Zomba blueprint, which means there aren't going to be many around. There really aren't. Because right now, obviously, white Zomba blueprints are kind of appearing a little bit more frequently than they would because of the unrevealed blueprints. I might get one in my stack of Player's Choice blueprints, right? But as soon as all the blueprints have been revealed, that's the only way to get a white Zomba blueprint. So, yes, if you're lucky enough to get it, then you can pay $20 to build it. But that's exactly the same with crates. If you were lucky enough to get a white Zomba in a crate, you only had to pay 100 credits to build it, essentially, or $1 to build it, because that's how much one key costs. The issues and the discrepancy comes if Rocket League decide to put white Zombas in the item shop. We've already established that nobody is buying an Infinium from the Rocket League item shop for 1,400 credits. Nobody's doing that. Unless you're new to the game in a few months and you see an exotic wheel that you've never seen before, or they bring out a new exotic wheel and you like them, and then you buy it. Because when the exotic wheels do drop on a new update, they are quite hyped, and someone new to the game might really like that exotic wheel and buy it from the item shop, but not an Infinium. You could have started with something better than an Infinium. I mean, imagine they put fidget spinner wheels in there, because fidget spinner wheels, 1,400 credits right there. But yeah, there's a lot of people just saying, I refuse to spend $20 to build a black market. I mean, as someone who opens loads of crates to get black markets, I'm totally fine with it in the sense that it cost me nothing to reveal all of my blueprints, right? I've spent hundreds of dollars on videos before to get one black market. So if I can make a video revealing a bunch of blueprints and all I have to do is spend $20 to get a black market instead of hundreds, I'm quite happy to do that. But I suppose it's kind of dumb in a way, because as far as market value is concerned, black markets on the whole used to cost less than 20 keys per black market. But then again, if you get a Dueling Dragons blueprint, which again we could get, that's essentially cheaper than it used to be. So what does this mean for trading? I saw an interesting comment from someone. I'm going to actually get up on my phone so I don't misquote it. It kind of inspired me to offer the devil's advocate standpoint of where I'm going in this video. So let me just get it up for you here. From Jake Steele. And they said, the market will cool back down in a week or two. The blueprints for white Zombas may only cost like 2k credits, but people will ask for 5k or so for the blueprint, or 7k for the wheels themselves. Now, he has a good point. So essentially, provided that, as I said, they don't put the white Zombas in the item shop, the price of the item in terms of the market and not in terms of credits to build will still be dictated by those who are lucky enough to get them dropped after a game in the form of a blueprint. Because whoever wants to get white Zombas will either have to pay a premium price for the item themselves, i.e. the price to build them and then the price on top of that, or they will have to buy the white Zomba blueprint knowing that they'll still have to spend another 2,000 credits to build it once they've been given it. So, and that makes a lot of sense to me. A lot of people aren't looking at that. They just look at the item shop, they see Infiniums for $14 and they're absolutely freaking out, which I do understand. Infiniums, no, I don't think there's any person that has bought the Infiniums. But here's the thing, if that's the case, Rocket League will see that. There's no way they won't see the outrage that has been caused. But at the same time, What solution would you offer to Rocket League? How do you go about it? Because it makes sense. Exotics are rarer than imports and very rares and rares. So to price them in that way, it makes sense. Black market, the most rare. It makes sense. To be fair, though, actually, I don't know why they didn't just price them according with the drop rate. Black markets are essentially 55 times rarer than a rare, so why don't they cost 55 times the price? Very rares are about twice as rare as a rare, so why don't they cost double? So perhaps a rare costs 10 credits to make instead of 100. A very rare, 25 credits. An import, maybe 100 credits. An exotic, 400 credits. And a black market, 800 credits. I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds good to me. No one's buying rares from the item shop except me. I bought a Dragon Lord as like a nostalgic thing. I feel like I just came up with a pretty good pricing system, but then again, you buy the credits in such bulk that small, minute purchases like that, I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this, and I suppose we need a few more days for it to settle down, but like Jake Steele said, I do think the White Zombers will maintain a higher value, because it is just as likely to get a white Zomber as it is any other painted Zomber. So in terms of supply and demand, the supply for all the wheels in theory stays the same. It's just that the demand for the white Zombers is way higher. So that will still mean there's a higher asking price for white Zombers. So just because Rocket League slap a label on it isn't going to mean that they are worth the same, even if it costs the same to make, because you've got to be very, very lucky to have the opportunity to make a white Zomber at such a cheap price, as you saw by the calculation earlier. So on the outside, it looks bad. It does. And I do think they've messed up with the prices. But at the same time, I could just sit here and complain, but I can't offer a solution right now. I suppose at the moment, my thought is, let's just wait and see where the market goes and go from there. We'll definitely have a better standpoint on this in a month's time, and we might find out that it hasn't really changed things. Obviously, the enjoyment of opening crates is out the game, which is sad. But at the same time, imagine the hype if you get that small, minute percentage chance of getting a white Zomber blueprint after a game, and then you have the opportunity to build it for what is actually a cheap price, and it's almost as if you are rewarded for playing Rocket League with such a good item for a relatively low price. Most items didn't cost as much to make as they will do now, but some of them you can actually make for cheaper if you're lucky enough to get the blueprint after a game, which I think would feel really, really cool. Okay, discussion. This guy isn't wrong. Let's not forget that Rocket League brought this community together in the first place. Let's not ruin it because of one update. I'm here to clear the bad reviews from December's update. First things first, the game's still managed by Psyonix. Everyone who thinks Epic ruined the game is wrong. Epic are giving them ideas and supporting the game, but it's still ran by Psyonix's workers, and they make the decision they want. Yes, they may have taken a wrong turn with blueprints, and yeah, trading is now awful as hell, but if instead of on hating we could tell Psyonix what we want changed, they would listen. In my opinion, they should drop credits price and much more, but overall, they try to make the trading community easier so that everyone has a chance to get the items they want. Yeah, it is overpriced, but I'm sure Psyonix are going to listen. Okay, this is the thing. Basically, this guy is essentially just saying sort of what I've said, and that is, yes, we can complain, but at the same time, we got to try and offer some kind of solution, and that's the tough one. Why this update isn't as bad as everyone is saying. Psyonix will have based his price off of crates. I get the point he's trying to make. It's not quite right because the prices aren't proportionate to the drop rate of crates. They're saying that they will have based it off of that, but it doesn't match up. Like I said, if you could get a rare in 55 of your 100 crates, the price should be way, way lower in comparison to a black market where you'd only get one, then 20 times lower. This is a good point, actually. Most of the items you get in crates are pretty worthless. That's a good point, because it's very cheap to open crates, this guy's saying. And I guess it is cheaper in a way to open crates than to build items from the blueprints because of all the excess items you get. Like, even if you get 2 or 3 good items from 100 crates, you do still get 97 other items. So that makes sense. Too Long Don't Read is that the prices are this high for many reasons to make items have a value. I come from a very different position, so I'd love to hear your guys' opinion in the comments. Obviously, as a content creator and someone who spends way more than average on crate openings, or who did in the past, I'm essentially saving money with the blueprint system because I don't have to go through the randomness of it, but the price to pay is that I don't get to open crates and enjoy doing that and make videos on it. So I'm in a unique position, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. At this point, I think I'd just be rambling. Has it... What's going on here? Hey, that's so dope. Oh, that's cool. These guys, they were duo partners on Rocket League. They met up. Oh, nice. Good effort. I like that. I like that. The gold rush. This video has really just been me spewing at you guys and taking in some of the stuff I'm reading. As I said, this video will thrive if there's people in the comments talking about it. I'll be in there talking as well. By all means, disagree with me. Go in there and counteract my points. I'd love to see it from a different perspective. That's what this video is about. I'm going to end it here because I'm kind of going around in circles at this point. I don't think it's as bad as it looks. I get what Psyonix are trying to do. I don't know how they could have done it better, but I know there has to have been a way. I think, as I said, we'll get a better look at it when we see the prices of items in a couple of months, when all the unrevealed blueprints are gone. Blueprints are the only way to get these things. They maybe bring out new series of items in the form of blueprints, and we'll see what happens from there. I think there is potential for it to be a lot better than people think it is. If I take myself and my selfish opinion out of the equation in terms of making content, because there is less content to make in terms of crates and stuff now, if I take myself out of the equation, this could be good. It does just need some fine-tuning, I think. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe today to join the Pixel Army. I've been Pixel. You have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.
Flying in a missile, haters throwing shade, never pick me, not an issue. I am a beast, I'm at the top, I run these beats, I hold my spot, so stop before it hits you.